Hello, this is April with the Curl Story, a channel dedicated to curly hair styling. And today is all about do's and don'ts with the curly hair styling. Now, I had a very frustrating wash day and I filmed it anyway, and looking back at the tape, there were just so many don'ts. And so I wanted to share these with you, show you what other options you can do to salvage your wash day. You've probably heard this first one. Do not put your hair in a regular bath towel after washing it. So once you're in the shower, shampoo your hair, condition your hair. If you don't style your hair right away in the shower, then the best thing you can do is put your hair up in a clip, cover it with a shower cap so that you can come out of the shower and still leave your hair pretty wet. But what if it's been 10 minutes that you're getting ready, getting dressed, doing your makeup, whatever you want to do first, and your hair is already starting to dry out? If it feels tangly already and the ends are dried, soak it in the sink again to help give it some more water. If it's still a bit tangly, that is the next item, which is to detangle your hair before styling. You don't want to be fighting with it throughout the styling process. So the hair prep is really important. You can add a tiny bit of leave-in conditioner, and I'll show you one of my favorites is this direct leave-in conditioner by Giovanni Eco Chic. And I really only use a pea-size amount, so just the tip of my finger. Just emulsify that. I'll just take all my ends together, rake that through, and it just adds so much slip to the hair. It's really perfect to get your hair detangled before you begin the styling process. The next tip is don't use your styling clips just haphazardly, just putting up hair, wherever, because it's going to make it a very messy process, and it's going to be hard to know what hair you styled and what hair you still need to style, and then you're just going to have all these stringy bits all over the place. So try to take your sections as evenly as possible. I just use my fingers to draw a straight line across, and try to have a system for your sectioning. So you do it the same way every wash day, and then it just makes your wash day so much more predictable, easier to go through, and much faster as you go along. Along with sectioning is don't section your hair straight down the middle. Don't do that. You're very likely going to have a gap in the back of your hair, because if you're styling it this way to the side and you're styling it this way to the side, then the back of your hair is going to be styled to the sides, and you're going to have that back parting, which I already have issues with very thin hair at the nape of my neck, and so I have to be very careful to try to style that area anyway. So the best thing to do is to actually style your hair not in halves, but actually in thirds. So think of your head as a square, as a block, that this is the front section, the side sections, and then your back section. That is the best way to organize your sections of hair. So style, this side of your hair, and then this side, and then when you're doing the back, style all of that together so that the hair doesn't have any unnecessary gaps in the back there. And then for the top of your head, as your final styling area, you can do whatever parting style that you'd like. I leave this top section to style at the very end. And that's really where you're going to set your parting style, to design your bangs in the front, however you'd like to do it. But I like to leave that plane of the hair for the very last part. Next up, if you're using a brush, then take sections of hair that aren't going to spill over the sides of the brush. So take smaller sections as needed. It might take a little bit longer, but you're definitely going to have a much better result. And I don't know about you, but yes, I've been seeing on Instagram all of this brush twirling around. I'm not a brush twirler. I already had childhood experiences of having my hair having to be cut out of a round brush. So I don't ever plan on twirling my brush ever again. But it is great to be able to apply some tension so that the hair and the bristles can really connect to actually comb your hair instead of just sort of moving your hair about. So it does take a little bit to understand how to use the brush that you have, and there are so many different types of brushes. There is no one brush for all curly hair because curly hair is all of varying types, densities, thicknesses. So it's important to find the right brush for the style that you want to achieve with it, and for the type of hair to know if that brush is really going to get through your hair and do what you want it to do for you. The other thing about brushes is don't expect your brush to do everything in one swipe. So I think with TikTok and Instagram, you just see the brush swipe and the hair is beautifully styled. And those are very short clips, highlight clips. We have to think of it that way. So when you're using a brush, you may need to brush through the same section of hair 2 or 3 times to get the result that you want, to get the smoothing, to get the polished look, to get the curl clumps right. So if you don't get the result that you want in one brush swipe, try it again. And that may be just what your hair wanted. Another tip is while styling, along with the sectioning and clips. I section my hair as I go because I already have a system of how I take my hair down. You can do it that way, or you can section all of your hair first. So then you can just take it down as you go. It's really up to you. So that's not a do or a don't. That is a preference for how you want to style and organize your hair. Another tip with using the styling clips is if you have already styled this bottom section, for example, you can use that styling clip to hold that down and out of the way while you take down another section to style this one, and then add that to the clip down area, section this area, add that to the clip down area before you move to that back panel of hair, for example, so that your hair isn't getting all mixed up. I found that the more neat and organized I am with the styling process, the faster the entire process goes, because there's no question about what hair I've styled already, what hair still needs to be done. There aren't any patches that got missed, so I don't have to backtrack, re-wet, and restyle different areas. So even though it seems like it might be more work to do this sectioning process in the beginning, it actually saves a whole bunch of time at the end. So you can probably relate to a lot of this. So I hope it was helpful to see and to troubleshoot some issues with your wash day as well, to help it make it more peaceful and enjoyable and relaxing and faster too, because who doesn't want a faster wash day? Now, if only I can figure out how to do my makeup faster, but I'm on it. And I'll let you know as soon as I figure that out too. That's it. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.